Hey, welcome back, football fans, to another episode of Gridiron Legends. Today we're continuing our review of the Hall of Fame class of 1966 with today's spotlight on Arnie Herber. Stick around and level up your football IQ as we delve into the rich history of pro football. Okay, today's Gridiron Legend is Arnie Herber, class of 1966, inducted as a running back and a quarterback. Played for 13 seasons in the NFL. He had 81 touchdown passes and a career passing yards of 8,041. So let's see what we got in his bio here. All right, now although the National Football League didn't keep official stats until 1932, Arnie Herber's third season, there is ample evidence to support the popular contention that Herber was the league's premier passer. That year, the Green Bay Packer quarterback won the league passing title, something he would do again in 1934 and 36. Arnie threw a touchdown pass to give the Packers a 7-0 victory in the first game of his rookie 1930 season. The Packers won NFL titles in both 1930 and 1931 and remained in a perpetual contending position throughout Herber's 11-year tenure. His passes were always a dominating factor, but he could also run, catch passes, and punt with the very best. The arrival of end Don Hutson in 1935 gave pro football its first lethal quarterback-receiver tandem. In Hutson's second game in the NFL against the Chicago Bears, he teamed with Herber for an 83-yard touchdown reception. In 1935, the Herber-to-Hudson duo connected 18 times for 420 yards and 7 touchdowns. Although an injury in 1937 reduced his effectiveness some, the Herbert-Hudson mystique continued until Herber retired in 1940. Now, with many players serving in the military during World War II, the New York Giants brought Herber out of retirement for 2 more years in 1944 and 45. He then retired for good with the reputation of being pro football's great long-distance passer. All right, I'm so excited to tell you about Bowmania, which is a collaboration of 5 content creators trying to pull a Bo Jackson rookie card on camera. All 5 of us are donating items for 5 different giveaways. All you have to do is just publicly subscribe to all 5 channels and watch and comment on all 5 Bowmania videos, and you can win some really cool prizes. I've already subscribed to these other guys and really like their work, and I think you will as well. Here's the lineup. The Wax Pack Dad. He likes to open the best vintage sports cards from the 70s, 80s, and 90s. He likes to open baseball, football, hockey, WWF packs each week, and he puts an 80s flair on it. Very cool stuff. I think I've mentioned him here before. JJ's Vintage Sports Cards likes to open older packs of baseball, basketball, and football cards, and he likes to relive the joy of pulling childhood heroes 1 pack at a time. Bear Cards 34. He's a sports card collector and a diehard Bears fan. He has card collection show and tell, pack opening, mail day reviews, and more. David Ganos uses a 20-year career as a sports writer to help educate people on sports card collecting with a limited budget. Pack breaks, graded card reviews, collecting tips, and more. And of course, the football guy, USA. I like to make this a channel that is all about all things NFL. Top 10 lists, weekly football pools, historical team spotlights, Hall of Fame player spotlights, pack breaks, and more. Make sure you tune in the week of November 6th. I'll put all the details down in the descriptions. Hope to see you there. Herber was a basketball and football star at Green Bay's West High School who sold game programs as a teenager so that he could see the Packers play. He eventually migrated to tiny Regis College in Denver, but he soon was back in Green Bay, where he worked as a handyman in the Packers clubhouse when Coach Curly Lambeau decided to give the inexperienced player a tryout. And for $75 a game, the Packers inherited the first pro quarterback who consistently used the forward pass with game-winning effectiveness. Okay, Arnie Herber, a gridiron legend I've never heard of, but really cool to get into some of his numbers and the history and find out what he was all about. So as we look at his career stats, I can see that every year he played, except for 1938 and the 1940, 44, and 45, he had over 100 attempts. Those 4 years looked like he was in the low 80s in attempts. He passed over 1,000 yards just 2 times in his career, but he averaged at least probably 650 yards or more every year that he played. So really cool. Definitely a different era, and it's really hard to say, man, this guy really deserves to be in the Hall of Fame when today's standards blow his numbers away. I mean, we're regularly passing for 3,000 yards a season, and this guy passed for 1,000 yards just twice. And we're saying he's a Hall of Fame passer. But try to keep that stuff in perspective and realize at the time they were just running the ball. And it was a different era for sure. And, I mean, how about that interesting fact that he used all 5 fingers on the laces? I mean, how do you even... I don't know how you would even do that. That's crazy. But anyways, really glad to get into this history. I hope you enjoyed it. I did, and I'm looking forward to our next one. Okay, thanks for joining me for today's trip into the past and learning about Arnie Herber, the first great passer in Green Bay history, and a member of the 1966 class of Hall of Fame. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.